everyone. I have 2 orders from Japan today that I'm going to be going through all the stuff that I got in the mail. And it's actually orders from 2 different proxy companies that I used, Neokyo and WorldShopping. So I'll go through all of these first before going through these ones, and as usual, I will have timestamps below. So firstly, I got all of these goods over here through Neokyo, the proxy service. Neokyo is my go-to proxy that I've been using over the past several years, and I've just found them really convenient for ordering from places like Mercari Japan, Surugaya, as well as other Japanese online retailers like Melon Books and Toranoana. I find their portal pretty easy to use, and overall I've been pretty satisfied with their packaging. But I got all of these goods about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago. And the first one here at the top, I got these 2 booklets from the series Engage. So in English, we only have the first 2 volumes out so far, but in Japan, they just released volume 4, and the last 2 or 3 volumes, they've had retailer exclusive benefits. So these were both extra booklets depending on which retailer you bought from. So I went ahead and picked these up secondhand because I didn't want to miss out on the extra booklets that each have extra comics that aren't part of the manga. And they follow these 2 characters that are the main characters from Engage. Engage is part of the universe of my favorite BL manga series, Love Nest. So I am collecting everything from this universe in full, and so I had to pick these up too. I had considered only picking up the extra booklets for Love Nest, but I've had to get all of them for Engage as well because Asahi and Masato, the main characters from Love Nest, are 2 of the main side characters in Engage, so they're in these extra booklets. So like in this one, for instance, even though the story is following these two who are my favorites are in this story as well. So I had to pick these up as well. Next, I have a bromide print that I've been in search of for a while because I just wanted it so badly, and I only was able to find listings for it that were really expensive. So I was really happy when I found this listing on Mercari Japan, and I picked it right up. It's from this series, Kona Oto Tomare, which is one of my favorite series. It's one of my top 2 favorite manga series. I love it so much. I really hope it will get an English release soon. And really love the anime as well. The music is so beautiful. But this is the main character, Chika, and then his best friend in the series is Tetsuki. And this bromide print was released with the volume 21 release of the manga in Japanese. And look who it is. It's Chika and Tetsuki as little kids. They're so cute. So ever since I found out about this art, I had to track this down, and I've been watching for it, so I'm glad that I finally have it. But I had to find a quick panel of the boys. Tetsuki is actually my favorite character in the series, and then Chika next. So their friendship is just so heartwarming, and really happy to have this baby art of them now. Next, I have this little guy, and it is Kirishima from Yakuza Fiance Raise Watananga. And if you've watched my recent videos, one of my last haul videos, I actually was gifted this Yoshino little sleeping kitty figure by a friend. And so I couldn't just let her sit on the shelf by herself. So I immediately went to hunt down Kirishima so that they can just be little kitties napping on the shelf together. And I'm so happy. He's so cute. So I actually have Kirishima's Nendoroid on the way as well. And Yoshino doesn't have an Android release yet, so I'm hoping she will get one soon too. But this way I can have them as a cute little matching pair of kitties until I have his and hopefully her Nendoroid in the future. But they're so cute. I'm so happy with these. And actually, in the series, the other guy that is close to Yoshino, he also has a little sleeping kitty in that collection, but I decided to just get these two because that's my ship in this series, even though I really love him as well. But also, I thought that Kirishima's was a lot cuter than his for the kitties, so I just went ahead and got his. I don't know, though. I might get his too so that I can have all three of them. I haven't decided yet, but for now, that's what I'm doing, and who knows, maybe he will get an Nendoroid release in the future too, and then I would definitely pick his up as well. Next, I have a stack of doujinshi fan books. First, I have a lone JJK fan book. It is a Gojo Toji ship, and this is by an artist that I collect anything I can get from them. They're my favorite Toji artist. I follow them on all their social medias. This is their Twitter account, but I have all of their doujinshi, their art book. The resin statue I have of Toji was designed by them, so I'm just a huge fan of their art style and just really happy whenever they have a new release. So of course I had to get this pre-ordered and then it shipped to the Neokyo warehouse once it released. And then this entire stack here, the rest of all of these doujinshi, I believe there are 13 of them in here. So some of them are doujinshi comics and some of them are collections of art, so fan art books. But most of these were from Surugaya as well as Melon Books. But immediately upon receiving these, I did do some stories on Instagram, so I'll go ahead and play those on here where I talk about each of the books as well as the artists that they are by. I got a bunch of KakaIru doujinshi today in the mail, and some of them are art logs, so I'm really excited about getting these. And I got books from 3 different artists, so these 3 are by the same artists, and I do have almost all of their other doujinshi now with these 2. I'm only missing 1. And I'm really frustrated that I didn't get it earlier because I think it was in stock when I made earlier orders, but this is a bird version of Kakashi and Iruka. It's really cute. And then this is an all ages story of them each being young. I don't know the full synopsis though, so I'm not sure. And then this 3rd book, I didn't know what it was, so I got it when I saw it listed with all the doujinshi. It wasn't listed on their Melon Books, which has all of the numbered doujinshi, but I got it just in case it was something that I needed. And it's kind of funny, page 1, I just kind of flipped through and I wasn't really sure, but then when I opened this one, the page 1 is the same. So, and then this is a lot thinner. So I flipped through it and I noticed that there was just part of the story. So I think that this was either a preview or they made this and then they made it longer. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna compare it a little more closely. But I'm glad I got it just because if I hadn't, I would have been unsure if I was missing out on something. Next, I got this art collection, and I found out about this one from an artist that I follow on Instagram. I believe they have an Instagram account, but then also on Pixiv. They have a lot of their art on Pixiv, and I'm so glad I found out about this book because it really is just a collection of their different KakaIru art, and I love it. I've already flipped through it several times since getting it in the mail today, and it's making me so happy. I'm so glad I found out about their printed collection because I was already enjoying their work on their social media accounts. And then the rest of these doujinshi are all from the same artist, and it's the same artist as this art log that I got last time, my last haul, that I loved. This was an R18 log, and I noticed that they had 2 additional logs. So this was the first, second, and then that other one was the third. And then by the same artist, I got, I think, 3 DJs last time in addition to the art log. So then this time I picked up the other 2 logs and a bunch more of their DJs. But this first one just has a few miscellaneous comics mixed with a few art pages. But then this one has a lot more art pages. It's not R18, so I'm confidently flipping through it. I did check it earlier just to make sure, but I love this one. So much really cute KakaIru. And then this one is probably the highlight of their books that I got in. It's really skinny, but these color pages, and just this one is all about Kakashi. It doesn't have a lot of text. This one's so cute because Iruka is a dolphin. But it doesn't have a lot of text, so I don't think this is really story-based, just little snapshots and a little bit here and there. So I'm gonna read this soon and translate the text so that I can understand what it's about, but I'm loving all these Kakashi illustrations. And then the rest of these, this one is half novel, half comic. It's pretty thin, but it's half and half. So I was flipping through and saw it was a novel, and then I was like, oh great. So I was glad to see a comic partway through, but we'll be looking forward to reading this one. I do still read the novels that I get. It takes longer because I have to translate them. Then I got a couple other ones. I don't know what they're about. I know that these 2, Kakashi and Iruka, are older, so I love that. And then this one's really skinny. And then I realized when I flipped through this one, which is a little thicker, that this one actually has this one inside of it, along with one other doujinshi. So not sure yet if I'll keep this single and try to find the other single, or if I'll just keep the anthology. But happy to have these. So I'm really happy that I got all of these and was able to find most of the ones that I was looking for, and I'm really excited to read them now. And then the last part of my Neokyo haul is the goods that I got from the 10th anniversary exhibition for Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. This is my #1 favorite manga series, so I was so excited when I found out earlier this year that there was going to be this anniversary exhibition held. I knew that there would be exciting merch released, and there was so much, but I tried to be a little picky about what I got so that I wouldn't just get one of every single thing, because a lot of it had the same art too, and it was just different mediums. But so I ended up getting postcard prints, clear files, and then a book. And so for the postcards, I got one for each of the characters. So Hirotaka, Narumi, Kabakura, Hanako, Naoya, and Ko. And I love all of their clothing so much. So I wanted to get all of their individual character postcards, but then I also wanted their full body art. So I got the couples clear files, So the first one is Hirotaka and Narumi, and these are A4 clear files. And I haven't taken them out of the plastic yet because I wasn't ready to put them away yet, and I didn't want them to get scratched or anything. So I got theirs, and then Kabakura and Hanako. And I just love their outfits. And then their colors for the back. That's so cute. And then I wasn't able to find their clear file before I was consolidating this order. So I am planning to hunt down the clear file of them, their couples one where it has their full body so that I can get the art of them together and with their whole outfit showing. So planning to pick that one up from theirs as well. And then lastly was this booklet. I don't know, book or booklet, but it has art in it and it has extra unreleased comics in it. So I'm so excited to read those comics. They're in Japanese, so I'll just have to translate them. But the front section had some art from the exhibition. And I had watched a little flip through before I picked this one up. And I still wanted to get the clear files because they were by couple and because on this spread, Narumi and Hirotaka aren't, they're next to each other, but across this, the crack of the spine. So wanted to still get the clear files of their little couples shots. But then some little extras and then all of the cover illustrations from the Japanese volumes. And then the variant cover releases in Japanese. But I'm just really excited to go through this with my translator. I haven't gone and done that yet because I was leaving this in a pile so that I wouldn't forget to share it in my haul video. But I love this, the Anime Expo special illustrations for Anime Expo in LA and then New York City. I'm really happy that this art was included as a poster in the Wotakoi art book from Kodansha, the English release, because it's not art that was in the Japanese art book release. But nice that they included it here in this one. But then I believe this is the new comic. So I'm so excited. But really happy that I didn't miss out on this. I'm so glad that I was able to find everything I was looking for on... Oh, and then this was their event illustration for the 10-year anniversary exhibition. But I'm really glad I was able to find everything I was looking for except for the one clear file, but that's okay. I am still going to be looking for it. But just in love with all of the designs for this exhibition. But that was everything from my Neokyo order. And then everything else is from my WorldShopping order. So this actually came in the mail earlier this week as well. And the reason why I used a different proxy service for all of this is because all of this was goods from KyoAni that I had to have, but they are not compatible with other proxy services. So it's not possible to go onto Neokyo and place an order through KyoAni. It will take the order request and then reject it because KyoAni doesn't work with Neokyo. And I had in the past made an account with KyoAni and ordered goods directly to my Black Ship account, which is more of just having a Japanese address so that you can go shopping on the retailer sites directly and order to your Japanese address. But I made an order, and then after a few days, I got a cancellation notice because they are not compatible with Black Ship either. So the international shipping option that KyoAni has on their website is WorldShopping. So I went ahead and put in my order because I just had to have all of this stuff. And I thought I would just give WorldShopping a try, and I don't know, it was fine. It was just one big order, and then a couple of the items were pre-orders, so I just had to wait, and I just checked back at intervals, and then once everything arrived, then I just shipped everything. So it wasn't necessarily an outstanding experience, but it wasn't a bad experience. But I probably won't use WorldShopping other than with KyoAni orders where I have no choice. But when I got this package in, it was just fine. Everything was packed nice and tightly. The box was pretty heavy because these books are pretty heavy. The only thing that I wish they had done differently with the packing is that they had the books on the bottom and then the t-shirts on top, but then they had this t-shirt just like right on the line where the cardboard closed. And I honestly was expecting that because I'm always really cautious when I cut boxes open because I just don't want to slice through some merch that I've just paid international shipping for and ruin it. But so I carefully cut the box open and opened it, and of course it was just the shirt laying right there. So if I had just taken my box cutter and just sliced across, it would have cut the t-shirt. But everything arrived safely. It was packed nice and tightly. So I was happy about that. But so like I said, I got 2 books and 3 t-shirts, and they're all from the anime series Free, which is a big favorite series of mine and a big comfort series for me. It is about a group of boys who are all swimmers, and the whole series just follows them through high school and into college and has flashbacks of their relationships with each other in elementary school and middle school. It has a heavy focus on sports, as it is about their swimming competitions, but then also their different friendship dynamics and how they interact with each other as they're kind of coming of age and making big life decisions. So just, I really love this series. But one of the main schools of the main character and his swim club. So I got 2 of the Iwatobi tees. So one is a large I got for my husband, and then I got a medium for myself. I wasn't sure like what the fabric would be like, if it would like shrink. I haven't washed it yet, but I don't know. I got a little bigger for myself so that if it did shrink, it would still fit. But it's just a yellow tee, and it has the logo on the front, Iwatobi, and then the back. I love it. So I hope one day I can find the rest of the tracksuit, the like light blue pants and the white and blue jacket. Like I would love if I could have the full getup. And I think that they do sell those, but like at cosplay shops, but I haven't really like been able to find where to get anything like that. But we both got these because we are big fans of the anime. But then in addition to the Iwatobi tees, I had to also get the Samezuka swim team tee because my favorite character in Free is Sosuke, and he's on Samezuka. And then my second favorite character isn't at either of these high schools, Asahi. And then my third favorite character, Rin, is from Samezuka. So had to get this one as well. I got a medium for this one too. But for this one, there's no logo like on the chest like the Iwatobi one, but then there's this one on the side. And then just the shark on the back. So I feel like their tracksuit would be easier to get a hold of too, because I think it's just like black and white. Well, of course it has a logo on the back too, but I'm so happy to get this. I haven't watched this one either, so I'm kind of nervous, but I'm so excited. I was really hoping that these would arrive before SakuraCon because I really wanted to wear them to the anime convention, but I didn't get the email from WorldShopping that everything had arrived to the warehouse until the week I was leaving. So I just didn't think they'd consolidate and ship it fast enough. So I just waited till the end of my trip and then had them ship it. And then it just came in this week. So yeah, pumped to have these t-shirts though. And then I'll just be at home wearing them, being delusional that I am a part of their friend group, Samezuka and Iwatobi. But in addition to those t-shirts, I also got a couple of art books. So I have a lot of free art books because I, like I said, really like this series, but also it doesn't have a manga. It is an anime. It does have a light novel, a couple light novels, and I'm hoping one day those might get released in English, but for now they're just in Japanese. But I do have a few of their other illustration books. So I have Illustration Works 1 and 2, and then they more recently have released free series Illustration Works, and I already have volume 1, and then this is volume 2. And all 4 of those art books are just completely color illustrations. And then in addition to those 4 art books, I also have 2 of the guidebooks, 2 of the design works books, but I think I am missing a couple of the guidebooks that I'm trying to get a hold of still. But this one is super nice. I have flipped through it a few times already. I love this kind of, I don't know if it's holographic or like foil detail. My boys, these are my 2 favorites. Ah! But it's just a really nice book. And it has a lot of so this is one of the covers for the guidebooks. But it has a lot of the official illustrations. It has a lot of the art that is on the magazine covers from Spoon 2DI. And I'm just so happy with this because like there have been a lot of little like merch items that have been for sale of some of these designs. But now I have all of them collected into a book of just art. And I actually have this print from when I visited Iwami in the Tottori Prefecture. This is one of the design works covers. Oh, it just makes me so happy. And I'm hoping that they'll release another one that has the next content because the first volume from Free Series Illustration Works, it had the first 2 seasons of the anime, and then this one, it has Dive to the Future and Road to the World, the Dream. So I think there's still like content from the other movie and the final movie, because I think the Bond is still one that isn't covered by these art books, and then the Final Stroke. So hoping for a volume 3, and then it can include any like straggler illustrations from previous advertisements and merch releases that weren't included in this one or volume 1. And then this one, I really wasn't sure exactly what it would entail, but from the previews, I decided to pick it up and just chance it because I knew that I would never be able to hunt down all of the merch for my favorite characters. But this is the Free Series Birthday Presents Memorial Book. I said presents. I don't think it's presents. I think it's presents, like the kind of the birthday line of merch and stuff that they did. And they took all of that and presented it as a memorial book. But this was such a cute little, like, sleeve kind of case for it, because this is a book, and it is a heavy book too. But I love that little closure. So then it holds this book. And it is pretty thick. It is quite heavy. And I think these are all the different lines of kind of events that they've done over the years. Birthday party, precious birthday, birthday decoration, fresh fruit birthday, hopeful birthday, thanks birthday, birthday surprise, link up, smile, birthday, and wonderful birthday party. But then this is a collection that just takes all of the designs from those events and has it all consolidated here. So the table of contents or index that has the events. But all of these events that had different character design or different art for each character, and then they were released on their birthdays. But it just has it all collected here. I love that it has like a kind of stylized illustration and then a chibi version for them. But also I wasn't paying attention if every event or each year when they had a different event, if they have different characters featured. So this is a nice way to his hair. Have it all collected together and yes, I keep stopping on Sasuke because he's my fave. So this book is so thick to just have like this spread of each of their things, but like I feel like it's such a good value for me because of having all of Sasuke's birthday arts as well as Rin, and I think I'll have to go through and look at all of Asahi's as well. But it's nice because if I was buying the merch items, I would have just bought my favorite characters. But then this way, like, I really like Momo. And I might not have bought his individual stuff. But this way I'm able to have it. But I'm so pleased with this. But there's a bit of text here in the back, so I'm going to have to translate. But I wonder what these messages are all about, if they're like from them on their birthdays or from like them writing little notes to each other or what. But anyways, yeah, so this is the KyoAni stuff that I picked up via WorldShopping. So I have some things off to the side, but this is just a little sampling of some of the goods from my Japan orders, and I'm so happy to have it all. Usually when I'm making my orders to Neokyo and just my proxy services, I kind of forget what I'll have ordered as they're sitting in storage. So then once I get them all in, then I'm just so excited and surprised even by some of the stuff that is arriving. But I'm so happy being able to get some of my big ISOs from two of my favorite manga series, Wotakoi and Oto Tomare. I've been obsessed with KakaIru for the past 6+ months, and I'm just getting all of the fan art and doujinshi I can get my hands on. And then some new art books for free, really happy about these. But I'm really excited now that I've gone through everything in this haul video to find little homes for each of these items, because whenever I get them in the mail, I will put them in a pile so that I don't forget about anything when I then am pulling them out to do a haul video. But now they can find their little homes on the shelves, and I can finally start getting into some of these. But I hope you enjoyed watching as I went through everything. I do have another little stack started already of books that I'm going to be sharing in an upcoming haul video. A lot of Danmei, some fanzines and art books, so some of those things will be coming up soon in my next haul video. But until then, hope you enjoyed coming along with me through all of this stuff, and I'll see you again soon in another video. Thanks for watching!